Hey guys, what's up? How's everybody doing today? This is 1987 Mastermind. 1887 Mastermind, and just wanted to get an issue. As most people know, if you're into the political world, what's going on? Nothing to do with the elections. Juan Williams, former NPR news commentator and a Fox News contributor, was fired because of the comments he made. I think it was October 20th. Yeah, I think so. He said that, look, he said to Bill O'Reilly, I'm not a bigoted person. You know what I wrote on this is paraphrasing, and I'm pretty sure this is what he said. But you know what I said about the civil rights movement? And, I get a little bit nervous when Muslims get on, when they wear the garbs and everything and they go on the plane. Now, he doesn't like, what he was saying basically is that he doesn't like having those feelings. And to me, I agree with him. I don't like having those feelings either. Because look, just because you're Muslim doesn't mean you're a bad person. Of course not. And basically what happened is that, what's her name, Shriver or Shiver? I think she was she's like the main person at NPR, fired her. He got fired. Because they claim he expressed his opinion when he wasn't expressing an opinion, he was expressing a feeling. Because he said that, he was fired. To me, that's a disgrace. To me, that's just terrible. Juan Williams is a liberal, obviously. But Juan Williams is an honest liberal. Juan Williams is a very good person. He's a decent guy. He's an honest guy. And, they fired him. Now, in her press conference, she made comments. She said that Juan Williams should go to a psychiatrist. Come on. She claims that Juan Williams said something divisive and bigoted. And then she goes ahead and is a bigot herself. And not only that, I'll read you an article he wrote in the New York Post. Not only that, there's this woman, Jesse Helms, famous senator. I don't care which party you're from, okay? Which party, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a Republican, the Green Party, the High Party, you get my point. To say what she said was inexcusable. She said that, I'm sorry, she said that Jesse Helms should get AIDS and her kids should get AIDS too. Now, that's not inflammatory. That's not divisive. This woman is still working at NPR. Why her? And you notice in her press conference, she mentioned the fact that he's a commentator at Fox News. Why would she care about the Fox if he's at Fox News? Why would she care? Why wouldn't she care, I should say, if she mentioned it in her press conference? Like, she made it a point. She works at Fox News. Now, let me read you an article from the Juan Williams wrote, okay? Yesterday, NPR fired me for telling the truth. The truth is that I worry when I'm getting on an airplane and see people dressed in a garb that identifies themselves first and foremost as Muslims. This is not a bigoted statement. It's a statement of my feelings and my fears as a terrorist attack on 9/11 of radical Muslims. In a debate with Bill O'Reilly, I revealed my fears to set up a case for not making rash judgments about people of any faith. I pointed out that the Atlanta Olympic bomber, it's a paper, as well as the Timothy McVeigh and the Olympic bomber and the people who protest against gay rights at military funerals are Christmas, but we journalists don't identify them by their religion. Now, I hear his point, and he was trying to bring out a point that just because we have this feeling, I think this is what he's trying to say, just because we have this feeling doesn't mean it's right to be prejudiced against Muslims. It's a natural feeling. I can't help it. But in other words, what he's trying to say is I regret it, because just because Muslims attacked us on 9/11 doesn't mean that all of them are terrorists. Now, I don't agree with that completely. My thoughts is that when you're referring to Muslims, you're referring to Muslim terrorists. Because it's the same thing when you're talking about, for instance, let's say you're in a history class, right? You're in a history class and you're talking about the World War II. Do you say the Nazis? If you say that the German extremists are Nazis, you say Germany invaded Poland. The Germans attacked us. Because it's self-understood that it's not all Germans that attacked us, and not all Germans are bad. Of course not. And not all Muslims are bad. And the reason why this came up, I just wanted to give you a background so you know what I'm talking about. I'm sure you guys know, whoever's into the political world who's following, basically what happened was Bill O'Reilly, who was on The View, and they were getting into a heated debate about the mosque, and Bill O'Reilly was saying, most Americans, 70%, or opposed to the mosque. Now he was saying Muslims attacked us on 9/11. That offended Whoopi Goldberg and Joey Behar. The two. I have nothing against them. They're liberals. It's okay. But they walked off the set and everything else, and they thought that was wrong, and that's how the whole debate started. To me, this is inexcusable. To me, NPR should be. This exposes NPR for the liberal bias that they are. I mean, you know what? Let's continue the article. And I made it clear that all Americans have a careful not to let fears lead to the violation of anyone's constitutional rights be it to build a mosque, carry the Quran, or drive a cab without fear of having your throat slashed. Okay, what he's saying is that just because you have that feeling doesn't mean that doesn't draw you to be. That's why you should have to be careful, because it's a natural feeling, but that doesn't give you an excuse to be prejudiced against Muslims. He was bringing a point. There was nothing wrong with what he said. Not only that, I read that CARE was pushing this. And, I heard this guy that was talking to Megyn Kelly on America Live. The guy was happy. He was celebrating. Yeah, we're excited they took action. You know what I mean? They were thrilled. They were looking to end the fact that, this is my opinion, the reason why they did is because, look, according to NPR standards, Juan Williams is not liberal enough. Because he's on Fox News, that's a problem. To me, that's a good thing. It shows that you want to debate both sides. It shows that you're open to debate regardless of what political party you're from. To me, that's awesome. To me, that's what I think. I'm not saying you have to necessarily do it, but to me, if you do that, let's say a liberal goes on to NPR and to commentator, a conservative that goes on to NPR. Do you see any conservatives that are on MSNBC? Not too many. Even the conservatives that are on Joe Scarborough, and I'm talking about MSNBC. They're liberal rhinos. They're not real conservatives. And to me, Fox News is the only station that has real hardcore liberals on there that debate. You have guys, that are campaign guys for Howard Dean and Hillary Clinton and all these liberal guys. It shows how Fox News. I mean, all the liberals are going to jump. You're crazy. Fox News. Oh, they're not fair. Forget about it. But they are. Sorry. Anyway, let's continue. 1 second. Okay. Yes. Alright, so basically, this is what I heard. This is what he said. Out of random, she just called. You meant what you said? She's like, yeah, I meant what I said. Well, I'm sorry. You're going to have to get fired. I'm like, and Juan Williams, this is a paraphrase of what he said. So, excuse me, sorry, I just ate. So she's like, so Juan Williams is like, we can't even discuss this and have an honest debate about what happened. And she's like, nope, sorry, screw you, you're done. I mean, they wanted to fire him. They were waiting forever to fire this guy. To me, and I'm glad, Jim DeMint and I say some other elected officials are trying to bring suit to a bill to the floor to defund NPR, which is a good thing. I think it's an awesome thing. I just wanted to bring it up. I just wanted to find out who was the one who made those inflammatory comments. Anyway, the hypocrisy is that a woman on NPR, I forgot her name. I wish I remember her name. If someone remembers who the person was, comment down here. That'd be nice. She basically said that Jesse Helms should get AIDS and so should his kids. That's not inflammatory. That's not bigoted. The answer is, if it's a conservative, it's okay. It's fair game. How much you want to bet if Bill O'Reilly said that on CNN? You think he would have got fired? Do you think they would have given a damn? No. Because look at this other woman who said that, again, Jesse, I'm going to repeat it because it's a great point. Jesse Helms should get AIDS. I mean, she is not fired for that. And Juan Williams was fired for that comment, which was not bigoted. It was an accurate statement. And afterwards, he went on to defend Muslims. That's how crazy this is, my friend. Screw it. Who cares? You know what? To me, who cares? Because look, Bill O'Reilly. I mean, sorry, not Bill O'Reilly. I mean, Juan Williams just got a big fancy contract for $2 million. He's laughing all the way to the bank. NPR, go to hell. And I hope you guys lose all your viewers and drop dead. Because you're not a news station. You're an affront for the liberal agenda. It's clear. Funding from George Soros and from CARE and all these things. Come on. Don't worry, my friend. I'm just, good. Juan Williams was absolutely right. And you know what? It just goes to show you political correctness is destroying this country. You have to be able to talk about these issues with Muslims. We have to discuss on how we could better, how Muslims could improve this issue, how they could talk about it and openly talk about how we could fix the issue and how we could, make this a better issue. And look, there are so many good Muslims out there. It's a shame that they get crowded up by these Muslim bastards, these terrorist bastards, I should say. And again, not all Muslims are terrorists. Of course not. There are a lot of decent Muslims in my college that I go to in Kingsborough. They're decent people out there. But they are overshadowed by the terrorist Muslim extremists. Extremists, for you, Whoopi Goldberg. Alright, guys, anyway, I was really mad about that. I was like talking to my father about it. He was agreeing with me. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, guys, take care. Hopefully y'all will see pretty soon. I don't know, maybe tonight, I'm not even sure. Another part to God of War 3, Part 12. Okay, guys? Take care. Toodles.